The Kansas primary is less than 2 weeks away, but a new poll by the Kansas City polling firm Remington Research Group is looking ahead to potential matchups in the general election, and it shows many voters are still undecided. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Courtney Ryan explains.
A new poll suggests the road from the primary to the general election is still unclear for a lot of likely Kansas voters, with many still undecided.
I like to vote just because I know that every vote counts.
But Topeka resident Bruce Fornash says he doesn't know yet who he will vote for in the primary or general election.
I haven't researched in depth far enough to make a more informed decision.
Fornash isn't alone. A new poll conducted by the Kansas City GOP polling firm Remington Research Group and shared with the Kansas City Star shows there's a lot of undecided voters. The Remington Research Group phone survey asked 1,189 likely general election voters about their plans ahead of the November election. The poll asked if the general election was held today, who would you vote for if the three candidates for governor were Jeff Collier, Laura Kelly, and Greg Orman? Results showed Collier with 38% of the votes, Kelly with 28%, and Orman with 10%. But 24% of those likely voters remain undecided, more than 3 months ahead of the election. The margin of error is plus or minus 2.85%. When the same question was asked regarding a matchup between Chris Kobach, Kelly, and Orman, Kobach and Kelly were neck and neck, with Kelly taking in 36% of the votes, Kobach with 35%, and Orman with 12%, while 17% of the voters were undecided.
I would argue that any Democrat, though, is not very well known. Whoever wins the nomination will be competitive against Chris Kobach just because he's very controversial and will have more of a challenge against Jeff Collier.
The poll did not include a scenario with any other major Democratic candidates, including former Ag Secretary Josh Swatty and former Wichita Mayor Carl Brewer. Nor did it include any other Republican candidates, including Insurance Commissioner Ken Selzer and former State Senator Jim Barnett. Reporting from the Capitol, I'm Courtney Ryan.
Remember, KSNT News is your local election headquarters. We'll have full coverage for you on the primary night, August 7th.